3.18 kills per set here this season as she sends it away, and we are underway here in West Lafayette. Hudson at the front of the net. Nice dig by the libero. USC keeping it alive. Hudson taps it over the Trojan block. And a huge swing and a finish for Adanya Famuina for the first kill of the game for the Trojans.
Really nice job recovering in the middle of that point for USC and staying alive to be able to get the big swing for number one.
And now back to serve it for the Trojans, Tyra Ariel, the redshirt junior from Plano, Texas. Boilermakers play it. Hudson over the Trojan block. Batenhorst out of the back row, and she finishes it. Allie Batenhorst, a name that you're going to hear a lot here this evening. The transfer from Nebraska, now doing things here in Los Angeles.
You know, and she's had a huge impact for the Trojans here. 6'5", coming flying out of the back row. Darn near impossible to block, certainly with a solo.
Batenhorst ranks 10th in the Big Ten in kills at 3.73 per set. And the block showing up there as Famuina able to stifle the Boilermakers there and put that one down 3-0 early on for the Trojans.
That whole point started on a great serve by Ariel. It moved mid-air, made Chicoine play it nearly out of bounds, but had to play it.
Ariel sends it away. Anderson setting Lourdes Myers on the slide, and Myers finds the floor, the first kill of the matchup for the Purdue Boilermakers.
Great big swing there by Myers going cross court, plenty of court to work with. Had the defense flowing one way, and she went counter to that motion.
Myers, one of 6 seniors for the Boilermakers here this evening, the 6'3" middle block from Alliance, Ohio. And that one finished at the net by the Trojans. Madison Peach with her first kill of the matchup.
Yeah, Peach kind of went off speed there and caught the defense a little bit anticipatory at the block. Good choice at the net.
Peach, the 6'2" redshirt sophomore from San Carlos, California. The Boilermakers see themselves down early. Hudson hit that one off the block, but USC able to keep it off the floor. And Chloe Chicoine just has to get it over. A free ball now for the Trojans. And another point there for USC, 5-1 here early on as they have come off the bus dominant, Corey.
The Boilermakers a little bit out of sorts in that point. Nice job getting fingertips by Anyanwu on the block there in the middle just to take some speed off the Chicoine swing.
Anyanwu, a force for the Trojans in the middle. Raven Colvin on the slide, stuffed at the net by the combination of Famuina and Anyanwu.
Yeah, the Boilermakers go back to the well with that slide attack, and Colvin was kind of drawing dead.
Being led by Adana Famuina as the Trojans go searching for more. Hudson with her first kill of the matchup off the block. That's a name that the Boilermakers are going to need to hear frequently here in this matchup. Eva Hudson, second in the conference in kills, but leading the Purdue Boilermakers here this season.
5 swings for Hudson.
And off the slide, a finisher. Favor Anyanwu with the hammer, 7-2 now.
A late block there from Colvin. You could see she didn't quite connect with Hudson, left that gap in the middle.
Gray Gosnell back to serve for the Trojans. The grad transfer from Indiana sends it away. Hudson with the big swing, but Gosnell is able to keep it alive and at the net. Raven Colvin down the middle, but Gosnell is able to keep that one off the ground. Finished at the net, point Purdue, 7-3 off the hands of Lizzie Carr.
Yeah, Lizzie Carr got up there. She just came into the match for the Boilermakers, and she wanted to make no doubt about that one.
Score is 7-3. Purdue with that last point. Chloe Chicoine keeps it up. That one sails long out of the hands of Carr, so 8-3 now.
Trubent will be back to serve, the libero for the Trojans.
Trubent, the 5'8" junior. Chacoin down the line, tapped over. Joust at the net. Batenhorst, played by Hudson, and that is not a good scene if you're the Purdue Boilermakers, as Raven Colvin went down there after the joust at the net. Getting up, gonna try to walk it off here.
Pretty gingerly on that, looked like that right ankle maybe. She came down a little bit awkward, and the referee, the up official, immediately stopped the point, so most likely we'll get a replay on this point.
Yeah, I'm not a certified lip reader, but it looked like when she was walking towards Dave Shondell, she was saying, it's my ankle.
And she's trying to walk it off right now. Of course, it looks like she's got active ankle braces on both ankles.
I have to be honest with you, Corey. I have not heard this place this silent ever. And we were in here earlier with nobody in here, and it still wasn't that quiet. Raven Colvin going down, but Raven Colvin with a heart of a warrior getting back up, going to stay in the game. I don't think you could force her out of this game right now.
No. Final home match for her regular season as senior. She's been so important to this program the last 4 years.
Trubent sends that one away. Hudson out of the back row into the tape. USC with the point, 9-3 now. Boilermakers just seem like they've come out a little bit flat here this evening. Haven't really been able to get the crowd into it, which again, it's a huge factor getting the faithful here into it. But Colvin with the response there, finding the kill. First of the matchup for her, and it's now 9-4.
That makes that ankle feel a little bit better when you're able to terminate on a point like that.
Colvin now back to serve. Top 10 in the Big Ten in service aces this season, but not able to find that one, as that one's into the net. The first service error for the Purdue Boilermakers. It's 10-4.
And now she will rotate out as she typically does after serving. It'll be a good break for Colvin. She'll be able to go get a seat and continue to work that ankle.
So Mia Tuninga back to serve. A rocket. That one's still a little bit too high. 10-5 now off the service error for the Trojans.
Those serves always sound super impressive, but there's too much mustard on that thing. You said rocket, I was thinking howitzer.
And Tuninga, a 3-year starter for the Trojans, 4,312 assists, 200 away. And the USC school record is that one sails a little bit long out of the hands of the freshman Ryan McAleer. So back-to-back service aces for the Purdue Boilermakers, and USC has the ball once again. Allie Batenhorst back to serve for USC. Batenhorst, the 6'5" grad transfer from Houston, Texas. Taylor Anderson, sneaky with it, able to find the floor.
Smart play there by Anderson, catch the defense while they're still setting up. A little dump, kill, her first of the night.
Oilers have made it through one complete rotation now. Chloe Chacoin back to serve for her second time this matchup. Set for Batenhorst. Nice dig there from Allie Hornung. Eva Hudson doing it off the block of the Trojans. Back-to-back points for the Boilers.
Hudson goes high off hands. We've seen a couple kills from her now where she's like, okay, if you're going to throw a big block at me, and it's an effective block, I'm going to try and use it as a tool to get the point.
Anderson and Hudson, the only two Boilermakers hitting in positive numbers currently. And Hudson with the solo block at the net. Back-to-back kills for Eva Hudson, and the Boilers cut the Trojan lead to 3.
Purdue getting a little bit of momentum. Maybe they got some juice off of those back-to-back plays by Hudson. See the team trying to rally.
Chacoin sends it away. Tooling it off the block is Adanya Famwina. Famwina now with 3 kills to lead all hitters.
That was a great approach by Famwina. Just, again, going at the Purdue block, getting that deflection. Both of these teams, 2 of the better blocking teams in the Big Ten. They both average about just under 3 blocks per set on the season.
to Hudson. This time the Trojans are able to keep it up. A nice tap there. Chicoine out of the back row, a response. The Trojans keep it alive. Back and forth we go. Hudson. Eva Hudson with the finisher. Her third kill of the matchup. It is now 12-9.
Both sides kept that point alive until the Boilermakers were able to get something in system. It was a free ball over for USC, and Hudson made them pay her fourth kill of the night.
Senior from New Albany, Indiana, Allie Hornung back to serve it away. And she is treated with a service ace. The first of the matchup for the Boilers as they cut the lead to 2.
Hornung, another one of those seniors, like you said, playing her final home match here on Beelan Court.
Hornung recently recorded her 1,000th dig versus Penn State. The 21st Boilermaker in history to hit or have 1,000 assists. Hornung also joins her sister, Marissa, who had 1,000 here as well. And the Boilers finish that one off 12-11 now as the Boilers start to pick up some steam. In the midst of a 3-0 scoring run, looking to tie this one up here at 12. Allie Hornung sends it away. Stuffed at the net by Raven Colvin. And we're knotted up at 12.
Back-to-back points there for Colvin. Emphatic ones at the net to get the Boilermakers back, even a 4-0 run for Purdue.
Hornung with the hot hand, sending it away as that one sails a little bit. Second service error of the matchup for the Boilers. 13-12 now as USC regains control. Megan Verbees back to serve, the 5'6" junior from Manhattan Beach, California. Raven Colvin on the slide and gets the kill. Colvin's third of the matchup. That ankle looks like it's feeling a little bit better.
Yeah, it is, no doubt. She's gotten a couple blocks, a couple kills since the injury.
Now Taylor Anderson back to serve, the 6'1" sophomore from San Antonio, Texas. Trojans keep that alive, a free ball for the Boilers. Anderson down the line to Hudson. Trojans able to keep it up off the hands of Hudson. And then a massive swing on the outside from Famuina again, her third of the matchup. Famuina also with one dig and 2 blocks. Will rotate out of the game. The Trojans hold a 1-point advantage now. As Gosnell sends that one away. Boilers not able to play it, a free ball. There was some confusion at the front of the net there from Purdue.
Yeah, it was a great serve. Short, it threw everything off kilter. When you're running an offensive play, you have to go where you have to go, and you're not necessarily paying attention to where the ball's going. That's what happened there to Purdue. It goes into the net, and then no one was there to play it.
An easy transition for the Trojans in their first year in the Big Ten, and with a couple of Big Ten players on their roster, Hudson's able to finish that one off. Her fourth kill of the matchup, 15-14.
Nice play there by Hudson, taking advantage of the overpass. Really an overpass on a dig because Carr's first swing was so heavy as well. Great wide set there to Batenhorst. Brilliant play called there by Tuaninga. Another tough serve by the Trojans. Trubant, an ace for USC, the libero. Her first ace of the night.
Chicoine pulling that off the block of the Trojans. Chloe Chicoine's first kill of the matchup.
Important to get that side out there. Trubant's tough on serve. She puts a tough ball in play, and Chicoine able to get her out of that rotation. Now Colvin will be back to serve.
Now Raven Colvin back to serve. Boilermakers behind her doing a Raven's brothers three-point pose, the Spider-Man. Batenhorst taps it over. Hudson to Chacoin. Colvin keeps it alive. Nice dig there from the libero. Batenhorst again. Actually, they're going to say Batenhorst with a lift. So the Boilers get the point.
Purdue lucky that Lizzie Carr is 6'5" on that play. She needed every inch of that to take Taylor Anderson's set to her was a little bit high. Carr kept it in play, and the Boilermakers get the point.
So Colvin behind the service line again. Colvin keeps it up. Anderson to Chacoin. Kept alive in the back. That one sent sky high, and a free ball now for the Trojans. Set for Batenhorst. And she splits the defense and finds the floor. Third kill of the matchup for Allie Batenhorst.
She looks really good getting those balls at the pin. The Boilermakers not running any sort of special block at Batenhorst. That may be an adjustment that the Boilermakers make defensively here. They can't let her keep swinging in system.
No, they cannot, as Batenhorst is starting to heat up here. 18 kills against Oregon. Tuaninga sends it away. That one sails wide. Another service error for the Trojans, their second.
Yeah, Tuaninga, again, putting every ounce of energy she has into that serve. It's lethal if you can keep it in between the white lines. Otherwise, it's pretty costly.
And that ball moves left to right. Usually it just goes forward, and that one moves left to right as it's going forward. What a dig from Hudson. Chacoin somehow saves it. I'm not sure what the call is there.
They're calling a... So we take another look here. Chacoin leaps up, saves the ball back, doesn't touch the net, and that's what Coach Dave Shondell is saying. I believe a back row attack is the official call because they're going to rule that ball went over the net. It went over out of bounds, incidentally. Chacoin did everything she could to keep it in play, and that's what the confusion is here.
Both Chloe Chacoin and Dave Shondell are trying to plead the case, but both are just going to take the decision from the line judge and move forward. 19-17 USC here in set number one. Now Allie Batenhorst to send it away. Anderson back to Chacoin. Chloe Chacoin finds the floor, her second kill of the matchup.
No debate on that one. Exactly how you want it to be. Chacoin in system, and she's able to find that zone in the middle of the court.
Chacoin to serve now. 2 kills on 6 attempts, hitting .333 here in set number one. Batenhorst out of the back row, and she is cash money. Her 5th kill of the matchup, 20-18 now USC.
That's the second time we've seen her come flying in out of the back. That time they were in a screen up front with a middle, which hit Batenhorst. You didn't see her until she was making contact on that ball.
Yeah, you'll only see her when it's too late. Now USC sends it away. Ariel with the serve. On the slide to Myers. Lourdes Myers, her second kill of the matchup, 20-19. A hotly contested set number one. Colvin rotates back in. Hornung sends it away. A block at the net. A triple block, if you will, from the Boilermakers, and we're tied at 20.
Yeah, they ran 3 at Famuena there, as she has been so good here tonight. Hudson, Colvin, and Anderson put up the wall.
Have to feel respectful, though, as that one misses from Hornung there. 4th service error for the Boilermakers here in set number one, but back to Danya Famuena. That has to be a respect thing, though. I mean, she's hitting the ball so well and so hard that they got to add another defender at the net for her.
No doubt about that.
Anderson sets Hudson. Stuffed at the net. Another block from Onwanyu and Famuena.
Third block of the match for the Trojans. It feels like they've got a lot more because they've all been pretty critical.
It almost seems like Purdue kind of climbs back into it, and they're right there either tied or 1 point away, and then the block of the Trojans shows up again. Hudson with the tap over the net. Anderson keeps it alive. Back to Hudson. Anderson sneaky again and finds the floor, her second kill of the matchup. 22-21.
This is something Taylor Anderson's gotten a lot more aggressive with this season, picking out her spots and taking advantage of the defense still coming together.
Now Anderson back to serve the Boilers, trying to knot things up at 22. Tuininga tried to go sneaky, but the Boilers were ready. Batenhorst out of the back row, she taps it over to Hudson. Eva Hudson, her 5th kill of the matchup. We're knotted up at 22.
Huge swing there by Hudson. Nice play at the net by Carr on that Batenhorst back row attack. Great sequence for the Boilermakers.
Boilermakers looking to take the lead here, 22-22. Boilers able to keep that one up. Back to Hudson. Hornung keeps it alive. Hornung just has to get it over. Stuffed at the net. USC keeps it up. Free ball for Purdue. A dent in the floor. Raven Colvin says have some. 23-22. Purdue takes the lead.
What a great point. It's a shame to see either team lose that point. They were both in it.
In the midst of a 3-0 scoring run, taking their first lead of set number 1. Stuffed at the net. Raven Colvin with the block. 24-22 as Purdue has come all of the way back, looking to claim set number 1.
4 kills, 3 blocks for Colvin here, and the Boilermakers, well, they come alive when it matters. 2 set points.
A senior night performance for Colvin. See if the Boilers can finish it off. A joust. Into the net is called, and Purdue comes all the way back to get the 25. Tapped over. Somehow kept off the floor by the Trojans. Boilers try to put it down here. Back to Hudson. The Trojans with the triple block, and that one.
They're actually going to call a net violation on USC, and now their coaching staff not real pleased. Great pancake dig on that play to keep the point alive, but it ends up going to Purdue.
Yeah, USC taken aback, if you will. You take another look at this one here. The block at the net, we'll see. I mean, I see the net moving there. I'm not quite sure. It's Batenhorst out of the back row. Down the line to Hudson. Hudson taps it over the block. Slam and finish at the net. Raven Colvin continuing to play well here in set number 2.
Colvin kind of hung up in the air because Anderson's set was a bit high. Colvin able to reach up. She found, I don't know, she's got longer nails tonight or what. She was able to get just enough of that ball.
That one set down the line. A rocket off the hands of Adanya Famwina. Famwina with her 4th kill of the matchup. Go along with 2 digs and 2 blocks. But man, Corey, the ball just flies out of her hands.
She's so much fun to watch. Famwina has all the swings, and we've seen most of them here tonight.
And that one is let go by McAleer, but it finds the floor. So the second service ace of the matchup for the USC Trojans.
Yeah, late call on that by the freshman McAleer. That will happen sometimes. You're asked to do a lot in a very quick time frame back there on the back row.
Tyra Ariel sends it away. Hudson taps it over the block. Famwina's waiting. As that one was touched. So point to USC, 3-2 now.
Good response here by the Trojans in set 2.
Trojans were in control all of set number 1, and the Boilers came steaming back. Trojans trying to regain some of that momentum here in set number 2. Batenhorst out of the back row. Return to sender. Raven Colvin at the net.
See that Batenhorst swing out of the back row. Didn't quite have all the juice on it that she normally does, but that might be partly because of that Purdue block.
Tied up at 3. 5 blocks for the Boilermakers. As that one is finished off as Hudson couldn't keep it off the ground. 4-3 now.
Great quick set there by Tuaniga to go to the middle to Onyanwu.
Back to serve is Verbeest. Oilers get it back. Hudson ricocheting it off a couple of Trojan hands. Able to find the floor as Hudson gets her 7th kill of the matchup to lead all hitters.
Got that deflection at the net. That's all she needed.
Hudson hitting .208 tonight with a dig and 3 blocks. And now Hudson will send it away from behind the service line. Add a service ace to the tally. 5-4 now Purdue after the ace from Eva Hudson.
Well, we told you in the open of the show tonight that Eva Hudson, a semifinalist for National Player of the Year, her stats stack up against anyone's across the country. It's going to be an interesting race.
Chacoin able to get her hands on it. What a hammer again from Famuina on the outside. One came out of her hand so quickly, had to wait and see. Where are they going to rule this one?
Yeah. It's a blur.
Now Greg Gosnell back to serve. Gosnell with 2 digs tonight. Nice job by the libero, Trubrent, to keep it up. Anderson to Hudson out of the back row. Hudson off the tape, and Eva Hudson's good. 8th kill of the matchup. Boilers lead 6-5.
Heck of an effort there by Verbeest as she had to change direction on this dig attempt. Almost got to it, but Hudson with her 8th kill.
Now Raven Colvin back to serve. Colvin sends it away. Set for Batenhorst. Nice job by Hudson to keep it up. Lizzie Carr not able to keep that one off the ground, and USC gets the point off the block.
Good block there by USC. They catch a break in that Carr's not able to make herself invisible. That ball just deflects off of her as it was going out of bounds.
Yeah, tough break there as Carr wasn't able to get it over the net as that one went off of the tape to the ground. Kala Trubrent sends it away. Myers has it put back into her lap by a combination of Batenhorst and Ariel. 7-6 now USC. USC hitting .209 as a team, siding out at 58%. To Chacoin. Tap. Pancake dig by Hornung, keeping it off the ground. Back to Batenhorst. Chacoin keeps it up. Hudson out of the back row. Somehow USC keeps it up. Back and forth we go. Boilers keep it up. Again, Batenhorst. Hornung keeps it alive. Carr. Gosnell now back to Batenhorst. And USC gets the point after a long rally. What a play by both teams.
Tell you what, Craig, you're lucky in a long homestand if you see a point like that. We've seen 2 of them tonight. The Boilermakers got the first one. USC perseveres for that one.
A true testament to both of these teams, and how much do you want it? 8-6 now, USC leads. Trubrent to Chacoin. On the island of misfit toys as that one finds the floor. Who's gonna get it? No one is. The Boilers get the kill.
USC, the last couple attacks to Chacoin have run the 3 block at her. And when you do that, you're taking away defensive options behind the block. They've only got 3 bodies to cover the rest of the court.
Sneaky from Tuaninga. She puts it down, her first kill of the matchup to go along with 15 assists. Tuaninga, the 5'9" setter, senior from Long Beach, California, Mater Dei High School. Transfer from Long Beach State. Sends it away. Lourdes Myers stuffed on the slide. 10-7 now as that USC block starts to come alive.
They're 6th of the night, and we mentioned earlier that these are 2 of the best blocking teams in the Big Ten. They're actually 3rd and 4th coming in. If you're going to run straight at the block, you're going to pay the price.
Not only their 6th block of the night, but 3rd from Allie Batenhorst as Chloe Chicoine tools that off the block for her 4th kill of the matchup.
One thing that's been fun to watch here tonight is because both teams are good at the block, you've got to do some different stuff offensively. You've got to vary your attack. Purdue's probably been going at Eva Hudson a little bit too much, so you'll see Chicoine maybe get Lourdes Myers involved.
Back to Batenhorst. Stuffed at the net. The Boilermakers respond with a block of their own, their 6th of the matchup. 10-9 now.
And there Batenhorst kind of took the routine, paid the price.
And Eva Hudson now with 4 blocks herself to go along with 8 kills. Seems like a battle between Batenhorst and Hudson here tonight. So Chicoine keeps it alive, and Hornung just has to get it over. Gosnell comes up. Some confusion between the Boilermakers, and that one finds the floor 11-9.
That's absolutely what happened. And Ariel able to get that ball over, and then Anderson just couldn't get around Myers to get to that ball.
Kind of looked like Anderson was expecting more on than getting the ball up, and it just didn't go as high as she wanted it to. So USC will take advantage, a 2-point advantage. Kept alive. Anderson with the block at the net. The 7th block of the night for the Purdue Boilermakers. Taylor Anderson 2nd.
6'1" setter for the Boilermakers, just a sophomore, and she's a great setter, but a real strength of her game is that block.
Yeah, and I talked about this on another broadcast, but it's tough when you're getting blocked at the net. Like right there, Raven Colvin, the 8th block of the night for the Boilermakers. The 5th, repeat, the 5th for Raven Colvin here tonight.
We're 11-11 in set 2, and it is 7 blocks to 6 so far.
And somebody's going to get away with a victory here tonight, but also some numbers are going to be padded as well. They're going to have to update the Big Ten website. Nice dig out of the back row there from the libero. And Batenhorst. Let's go, she says, as she finds the floor, 12-11.
And the defense just kind of opened up in front of her. She had the entire middle of the court to work with there.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, that has to feel good for Batenhorst to see the Red Sea part and there's nowhere to go. Anderson to Colvin, who takes a little bit off of that one, but it was dug up. Free ball, though, for the Boilers. Taylor Anderson one more time. The 3rd time here this matchup. Taylor Anderson with that sneaky set at the net and finding the floor.
Yeah, 3 for 3 on those dumps for Anderson. Great placement. She's not just going to the middle. She's not taking the easy ball. That one was on the line.
Taylor Anderson always with a smile on her face, one of the happiest players I've seen here. A big swing on the outside from Famuina. The Boilers weren't able to play that one, 13-12, with Famuina getting her 5th kill of the matchup. Excuse me, 6th kill of the matchup to go along with 4 digs and 2 blocks.
6 kills on just 14 swings. She's not getting a lot of volume, but she is taking advantage of her opportunities.
Anderson sets Hudson, has to double take, able to ball over. Chicoine just has to get her hands up, but keeps the ball alive. Hudson tips it over. USC is calling for the lift. Badenhorst sails that one long, out of play, 13-13 now.
We might actually have
a good challenge there from Brad Keller.
Can't blame the officials. That ball also caught tape. It made it look pretty funky coming out of her hands. It's easy to miss. Great challenge.
That's the benefit of having replays. You can take another look, but Raven Colvin on the slide, finishing that one off. Her 6th kill of the matchup. She's hitting over 500.
Yeah, the benefit of having replay, especially when they're quick. I love what, yes, we obviously saw that. Change the call. If you don't obviously see it, don't change the call.
And right being the goal.
Yep.
Or correct being the goal. That one tooled off the block of the Boilers for Famui. The Trojans playing well here this evening, looking to get set number 2, ahead by 2 right now. Hudson keeps that one up out of the back row. Chacoin. Boilers able to play it. Hudson now out of the back row. Kept alive by Trubin. To Batenhorst. Anderson right there. Somehow kept alive, but I'm going to say it was 2 hits. So point USC 16-13. Also want to clarify, Purdue didn't take a timeout. That last break was a media timeout, so both teams still with 2 timeouts here in set number 2. Just wanted to clarify that.
We mentioned the USC frequent flyer mounts. They've done a heck of a job on the East Coast. They've only dropped 1 set on their 3 East Coast trips, or not 1 match on their East Coast trips this year.
And USC, all business on road trips as Colvin taps that one over. Colvin, excellent here this evening. Her 7th kill of the matchup to go along with 5 blocks. 16-14 now. As Colvin, after the kill, back to serve. Tuaninga plays it. Joust at the net, won by the Trojans and Allie Batenhorst.
Great move by Batenhorst. Took advantage of the Purdue aggressiveness on that block and just tooled it.
9 kills, 5 digs, and 3 blocks for Batenhorst. She leads all hitters now.
That's really filling up the sheet right there.
Anderson to Myers. Hornung just has to get her hands up. Kenna Woolard taps it over. Hornung to Hudson out of the back row. Somehow kept alive, but not going to make its way over the net. Another kill for Eva Hudson, 17-15.
I like that on that point. USC knew if another contact would have been a 4th contact, so don't even bother. Just let the ball go begging.
You see it right here, tapped over. 1, 2, 3, and yeah, we'll just let that one go. Tuaninga to Batenhorst again. Batenhorst tooling it off the block of the Boilermakers. She's the first hitter in double-digit kills, her 10th of the matchup.
Boy, Batenhorst and Hudson are really gobbling up all the opportunities here. That was Allie Batenhorst's 29th attack. Hudson's got 32.
Taylor Anderson one more time, sneaky no-look kill, her 4th of the matchup.
That was dirty. That was the dirtiest that we've seen here tonight. And she goes up and just backhands it around the block. They were expecting it. They threw a 2-block at the center, and she still beat it.
And she went the other way. The no-look kill for Anderson. Boilers down by 2. Anderson with the block at the net. Should have been 4 hits there. The ball's still in play. And that one tooled off the block by Eva Hudson. Trojans, as they tried to tie this one up at 1. The Boilers won set number 1, 25-22.
Don't forget, USC was up 22-20 in that set before Purdue reeled off 5 straight to end it.
Set to Hudson. Nice dig by the libero. Back to Hudson. Not that time. Eva Hudson finishes it off. Her 10th kill of the matchup, 19-17 USC.
Free ball over from USC was killer on that. It allowed Purdue to run a good set.
Hornung sends it away to Aninga. Nice dig there by McAleer. Back to Hudson. Hudson off some fingers, and that one's good. Eva Hudson with her 11th kill of the matchup.
She was headhunting you on that one, Craig.
I know, I had to get my hand up. I'm blocking here, calling it. Man,
couldn't see it on the broadcast, but my partner just about had his headset taken off by that ball.
Almost got a buzz cut here. 18-19. As that one is a kill for the Trojans, 20-18. A great response after the Boilers had back-to-back points.
Tyra Ariel with the kill. Another one for her. That's her third tonight. Excuse me, her second tonight.
Second from Ariel, hitting 111. Also has a service ace, 2 digs. Hudson off the top of the Trojan block. Tuininga down the line. Famuina took a little bit off of that one, wasn't able to put it down. Hudson taps. Tuininga keeps it up. Free ball for the Boilers. Anderson back to Colvin. Tuininga somehow keeps that alive off the hands of Allie Batenhorst. And the Trojans will not go away, 21-18. Some great play there. There was a couple of times there that ball looked like it was going to hit the floor, but the Trojans.
We said Washington is a common opponent amongst these two. USC finishes against Iowa.
Raven Colvin. Everyone was surprised except for number 7 as Colvin puts that one down, her 8th kill of the matchup.
Just how she drew it up, I'm sure. She gives a little shake of the head like she's going to hear about that one from the teammates later.
Little tap, 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 Rue, and able to find the floor. See if the Boilers can go back-to-back here. 21-19 to Aninga. Off the hands of Anderson. And Peach with the kill. Peach's third of the matchup, 22-19.
You mentioned the Boilermakers need to see if they can go 2 in a row. They need to string a couple together here. USC is happy to play the side-out game at this point.
Well, you said in set number 1, Purdue is down 22-20, now down 22-19. We'll see if the Boilers can respond. And respond they do out of the hands of their All-American, Eva Hudson.
Hudson, her 12th kill of the night on 39 swings. 3 digs, 4 blocks.
This is usually the point of the matchup where Hudson starts coming alive. Elevation there from the middle as Favor Anyanwu elevated it, seemed just float in the air, and right at the end just tapped it over.
Just the lightest of touches there from Anyanwu. Beautiful choice to make there to get the side out, or to get the point.
Anyanwu with 4 kills and 4 blocks this evening. 23-20 here in set number 2. Tuininga dances to the sideline on the rotation. Smiles all around for the Trojans here in set 2. Anderson to Colvin again. And Raven Colvin with the tap, finding the range. Colvin's 9th kill of the matchup, hitting near 600.
She returned the favor on that light touch.
Now Colvin will head back behind the service line, looking for that first service ace of the evening. And looking for it, and it is found. Raven Colvin with her first service ace of the Pac-12, this season being their first in the Big Ten. Batenhorst with the finisher, her 11th kill of the matchup, and the Trojans will see set point here in set number 2.
Good swing there by Batenhorst. It's been a while since we've called her name. Got to get her more involved for sure, and the Trojans do that coming out of the timeout. Perfect call at the perfect time. Set point number 1.
So Gala Trubint, the libero, back to send it away here on set point for the Trojans. Trubint has 17 digs here this evening as that one sails wide. service error number 3 for the Trojans, and it couldn't have come at a worse time. 24-23 now as the Boilers look to climb back.
Tough break there by Trubit. That's her second of the night.
So set point number 2. Batenhorst kept alive by Hudson out of the back row to Chicoine. Hornung keeps it up, back to Chicoine. And Chloe Chicoine tools that one off the block of the Trojans for her 5th kill of the matchup, and we're knotted up at 24.
Once again, the Boilermakers just will not go away easy, and we've got to shake it up.
Going to come back into this matchup.
Yeah, she got her finger wrapped up, it looks like, and now she will sub back in.
We saw an injury on the Boilermakers side, and the senior Raven Colvin rubbing some dirt on it and getting back in the game, and now we see this with the Trojans and Ariel doing the same. And again, it just tells you how important this game means to both of these teams. Who wants it more? 24 all here in set 2.
Finally get the ready for play. Everyone on edge.
McAleer sends it away to Batenhorst. Batenhorst finds the floor.
Gonna call it out of bounds, Craig, and I think it landed out of bounds. We'll see if we get a challenge on a touch. It was kind of a late call from the up official, but we will not get a challenge from the Trojans.
Well, and the net official originally pointed at USC and then was convinced to change her mind. So 25-24 now Purdue as they get the point. Set number 2. Set up and finish. Tuaninga with the assist, and Ariel finds the floor. Has to feel good for Ariel, who was injured a couple of plays before, to come in and get that kill to tie this one back up at 25.
I also love the choice by Tuaninga to go quick to the middle.
Myers on the slide and the finish. Myers with her 3rd kill of the matchup, and the Boilers see set point for the 2nd time here in set number 2.
Great slide attack to the middle. Lourdes Myers, she goes wide, and then back cross court.
Chloe Chicoine back to serve for Purdue, who sees set point. Purdue down 5 at one point in time, coming all the way back here in set 2. Tuaninga again. Tuaninga to Ariel, able to finish, and we're tied at 26.
Again, that quick attack to the middle gets there before the block can get into effect. You see the Boilermakers, Taylor Anderson tried to get there. Myers was going a different direction.
Set for Hudson. Tuaninga keeps it alive. Joust at the net. Won by the Trojans. Back to Hudson. Somehow kept alive at the front of the net. Sailed long by Famuina. And now for the 3rd time, the Purdue Boilermakers see set point in set number 2.
Have not seen a lot of mistakes from Famuina here tonight. That was a rough one. Feel bad for her. She'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, we've seen her attack right at the middle with all of her swings here tonight, and that one tried to get cute with it, and it sailed long. So 27-26, Hornung sends it away for the Boilers. Eva Hudson!
Net violation called on Hudson.
A net violation. Confused everyone in the building, including the broadcaster.
Good call.
The right call was made. We're tied at 27 now.
What a great look at it from our crew there.
Ariel sends it away. Colvin on the slide and the finish. Colvin with her 10th kill of the matchup. 28-27 now. Boilers have 2 hitters in double-digit kills with Hudson and Colvin. Colvin, though, hitting an electric .643 to go along with 5 blocks. Set point number 4. Anderson sends it away. Tuaninga to the net. Batenhorst. Kept alive. Chicoine. Hudson somehow keeps it alive. Back to Hudson from Chicoine. And kill number 13 ends. Starting things off on the right foot, Famuina with her 9th kill of the matchup. Kind of answering our question for ourselves there. USC seemed to go away from Famuina. They had a really nice setup with Famuina and Batenhorst, and then kind of went away from her. And that's when the Boilers started to come back in set number 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Famuina was hot in set 1. Batenhorst was on fire early in set 2, and then they went away from both of them. Just got to do what you do, and you'll be fine.
That last kill from Lourdes Myers. Myers with 4 kills now, hitting just above 100. Nice dig there from the freshman McAleer. And that is the finisher from Famuina. Famuina, the first 2 kills of set number 3 for the Trojans. Now in double digits, 10 kills, 4 digs and 2 blocks for Famuina. Seems to be the answer for the Trojans here. Played awkwardly by the Boilers. Chicoine out of the back row. Kept alive by the libero, a joust at the net. McAleer keeps it up to Hudson. Nice job by the libero, keeping that one up again. And if some is good, more is better. Famuina, 3 kills on 3 swings here in set number 3. Just an easy set at the net, and the Boilers, not enough hands in the sky, and Famuina finding the floor. 11 kills now for her and Batenhorst.
Seems like Coach Keller and his coaching staff were talking about the same thing during the break that we were, getting Famuina back involved in this match.
And then that opens the door as Favor Anyanwu, she puts one down, her 5th of the matchup. And kind of the same thing we saw in sets 1 and 2. USC, off the blocks early on in the set. We'll see if they can continue that here in the midst of a 3-0 scoring run. Hudson tooling that one off the block, and Eva Hudson gets her 14th kill of the matchup, 4-2 now.
On that point, Craig, I was talking with Purdue coach Dave Shondell. I said earlier this season, it seems like your team is winning a lot of matches late. Is it me, or is that a thing? And he said, honestly, the mentality of this team might be tougher than any I've ever had here. They refuse to lose, and they'll get into a situation where they're down 22-20 or they're down 23-19, and they're just not going to go away easy.
It's like the fuel that Purdue needs is to be down enough to get, motivated enough to start playing up to their abilities. Well, we've seen it work for them in sets 1 and 2. Down by 3 here in set 3. See how this plays out. Greg Gosnell back to serve. Set to Hudson. And that's going to be Eva Hudson's 15th kill of the matchup. She helps the Boilers cut the Trojan lead to 2. And to kind of touch on your point with the Boilers waking up in late match situations, Eva Hudson's the same way. It's like the Black Mamba. She sees the finish line and plays at a different level, a higher level, as Hudson out of the back row, stuffed at the net. Batenhorst a part of that. 7th block of the matchup for the Trojans. They lead by 3.
Sort of telegraphed that one a little bit, coming flying out of the back. They saw it the whole way. Nice job by the USC defense.
Gala Trubint back to serve. 19 assists tonight for Trubint. Colvin with the finish. 11th kill in the matchup for Raven Colvin, 6'4" USC.
Just another level for Colvin. These are far above her season averages for kills. 11 through 2, 2+ sets.
Sophomore service from Julia Kane, Windermere, Florida native. That one is sent back into the lap of the Boilermakers. 7-4 for USC. Peach subs in after the kill from Ariel. Ariel with 5 kills, 2 digs, and 2 blocks. Played off of Chacoin. Tuaninga does a nice job there to keep that one alive. But so does the Boilermakers libero. Anderson back to Chacoin. And that one is stuffed back into the lap of the Boilermakers. 8-4. Tyra Ariel coming up big for the Trojans here in set 3.
Ariel and Peach, and Ariel, that was an absolute roof right there.
Ariel injured in set number 2, has not shown the injury whatsoever here in set 3. That one is called out of the hands of Kenna Woolard. Purdue wanted to talk about it. We'll see if they can do out of the timeout. Big swing from Tuaninga. Lourdes Myers finds the range, her first 5th kill of the matchup. The Boilers down by 4.
Out of her hand, that ball looked like it was going long. It dropped in on the line. Perfectly weighted swing there by Myers.
Yeah, that was the old changeup from Myers there out of the middle. Ryan McAleer serves it away. That ball looked like it might have been out.
It was.
Gosnell keeps it in. Free ball for the Boilers. Anderson to Myers to Batenhorst. And Hudson's not able to keep that one up, and Allie Batenhorst with her 12th kill of the matchup. Some big hitters on the floor here this evening. You saw one there in Allie Batenhorst.
Yeah, she's starting to get more involved for USC. That leads to good things.
35 attempts tonight for the grad transfer. Hudson out of the middle. Eva Hudson finds the range, 16th kill of the matchup. Boilers still down by 4, but Boilers need to get Hudson, Chacoin, or Colvin going here in set 3.
Good back row swing, splits the block there. It was a bit late from Peach.
Tuaninga. Stuffed by the Boiler block. Lourdes Myers coming up big, her 6th kill of the matchup.
Tuaninga took that ball on a dead sprint, which cuts down on the options she basically had one. Go straight up and see if Famuina can do anything with it. The Purdue defense noticed.
5 kills for Lourdes Myers, 9 for the Boilermakers as a team. That one was into the tape, out of the hands of Ariel. Point Purdue as they continue to cut into the lead here, the Trojans.
Pretty good response out of that timeout, I'd say.
Dave Shondell in his 22nd season, he's learned a thing or two over the last couple of years. The Boilermakers seem motivated out of that timeout. We'll see 2 in a row here. Now, comeback was stopped quickly by Adanya Famuina. She puts down her 12th kill of the matchup.
Great effort there by Famuina.
Anyanwu to serve. Boilers smartly let that one go. The 4th service error of the matchup for the Trojans.
Once again, it was a late choice there by Ryan McAleer to let that go, and this time it bears it out in her favor.
Yeah, that's a freshman back there. That's one of those decisions you
praying.
Do I make it? Do I not?
You make that choice and then pray that you're right.
Famuina again, but Chacoin's able to keep it up out of the back row. A joust at the net. Won by Eva Hudson. 17th kill of the night for Hudson. Boilers, once down by 4, now only see themselves down by 1.
Early in the set, you don't have to get all 4 or 5 points back. You've got to get a couple here and there, and Purdue's gone on 3 in a row, now 2 in a row, and now they're nearly back even.
A one-handed set from Tuaninga, and Famuina tried to take some off it as well, and that one sailed wide, so tied at 11. A couple of questionable choices there by the Trojans.
Maybe getting a little too cute with their placement.
Hornung on the serve. And that's going to be point USC. Dave Shondell and the faithful here in West Lafayette are looking for the carry, but a dunk from Favor Anyanwu.
Yeah, you're allowed to hit the ball over. You're not allowed to grab the ball and throw it over, and that's what Shondell's arguing. It was borderline. It wasn't a lift to me. Anyanwu right on the edge there.
So that one sails a little bit long. Another service error for the Trojans.
In basketball, there's a term that says the ball don't lie. I'm guessing that ran through Coach Shondell's head just now.
Thinking about karma, right?
Yeah, right.
Taylor Anderson back to serve as we're tied at 12. To Aninga. Chacoin keeps it alive. Hornung into the table. Not able to get there in time, but some effort being laid on the floor here tonight in West Lafayette. USC gets the point, but you see here a couple of Boilermakers doing all they can to try to keep that one up.
Tell you what, I'm counting bodies that are upright and on the floor right now to make sure everybody got up off the ground. That was selling out.
Just tells you the importance of this matchup, this game, this win. Important to that person right there, Raven Colvin with the finish, tying us up here at 13. And when Colvin starts swinging like that, get out of the way. Hudson to serve. Nice job by Anderson to keep it alive. A joust at the net. A free ball for Purdue. To Chacoin. And that one is true. Chloe Chacoin with her 6th kill of the matchup. Boilers now lead by 1.
I love the choice there by Taylor Anderson to go wide. Everything was looking like middle. The defense thought so as well. It'd been a couple straight balls to Colvin. And instead it's Chacoin cross-court kill.
Boilermakers hitting .272 as a team tonight, siding out at 68%. Lead by 1. To Aninga, back to Batenhorst, and Colvin has her number. Again, Batenhorst. Batenhorst able to finish that one off, her 13th kill of the matchup. Allie Batenhorst too good. You keep going back to the well, she's gonna find a way.
Man, she just kept reloading too. Okay, that one didn't work. Okay, let's try something else. All right, let's do this again. I get tired of jumping.
14-14. Trubent off the tape. Colvin. And that's 13 now for Raven Colvin and gives the Boilers a 1-point advantage. What a senior night performance for the senior from Indianapolis, Indiana, and Raven Colvin.
Just the slightest of touches there at the net on the block attempt as Julia Kane comes back in to serve for Purdue.
Yeah, 13 kills, hitting .579 with 5 blocks. Colvin wants it. Julia Kane back in to serve. Joust at the net. Hudson keeps it up. Anderson tapped over and kept alive, but it's going to get out of play. 6 kills now for Lourdes Myers as she was able to finish that one off and give the Boilers a 2-point lead.
Smart play by Myers, you see there, just giving a little bit of air, get under the block. Pancake dig was made there by Trubent, but second contact wasn't good.
Well, it's awareness too, instead of going into the block, going over the block, and it pays off. And Julia Kane gets a service ace to give the Boilers a 3-point advantage. Only the 4th service ace of the night for the Purdue Boilermakers, and that's going to draw a timeout from Brad Keller. Brad Keller called the timeout, but exchanging a service ace for a service error, and USC will get the ball back after the timeout, 17-15.
One of the reasons you take a timeout is to throw a good server out of rhythm, and that worked that time on Julia Kane.
Nia to Aninga back to serve. That high toss serve. Almost found the range there, but Hudson keeps it up. Smart play there from Kenna Woolard as she tools that one off the block of the Trojans. 18-15 now as the Boilers inch closer to 20.
Woolard hasn't gotten a lot of opportunities here tonight running that right side attack or the opposite attack for Purdue, but pays that one off.
McAleer sends that one away. A huge block attempt at the net. Hudson tries to dive for that one as it looked like it was going to sail long, but point USC 18-16 now. Allie Batenhorst to serve. A good game for Batenhorst tonight. 13 kills on 8 digs. Anderson tried to go sneaky. USC had it played that time as that sails long out of the hands of Famuina. 19-16 now, and Famuina has cooled off here in set number 3.
That's the first attack for Taylor Anderson that didn't work tonight. She's now 4 for 5.
Boilers play it off the top of the block. Back to Hudson, she taps it over. Anderson to Myers on the slide. Kept alive by Ariel. That one is kept up. But Hudson sails that one long. 19-17 now. A couple of nice plays by the liberos. Tightening up here in set number 3, USC in a must-win situation, down 2-0. Myers on the slide, and that one is good. Lourdes Myers finishing it at the net, and the Boilers are the first to 20. Myers with her 6th kill of the matchup.
Let's see what kind of resolve USC has now that they're down 3 in the 20s. They can fight back like we've seen Purdue tonight. That's one good way to do it.
Batenhorst with the hammer. Her 14th kill of the matchup brings USC within 2. I mean,
there again, they ran that back attack with some deception up front.
And if I'm Brad Keller, it's Famuina and it's Batenhorst until this set is over with. Set from Anderson. Colvin off the tape. That one doesn't get over, so 4 hits from the Boilermakers, and the Trojans are within 1. 20-19. The faithful here at Holloway start to come alive for their Purdue Boilermakers. Batenhorst down the middle. The Boilers keep it up. Colvin. USC keeps it up. Anderson. Back and forth. Hudson off the top of the block. Famuina keeps it up. Tapped over. Anderson keeps it alive. Hornung. Eva Hudson. 18th kill of the matchup for Hudson. Gives the Boilers a 2-point advantage.
You know, Craig, you get a top 20 matchup like this, top 25 matchup. You imagine that it could be something like a second week in the NCAA tournament type of a showdown. That's exactly what we're getting here tonight.
Yeah, we are definitely getting our money's worth here this evening on Big Ten Plus. Kenna Woolard and Raven Colvin, the block at the net, see themselves 3 points away from the 3-set sweep of the Trojans. And out of the timeout, a service ace for Taylor Anderson. It's now 23-19.
Out of the last timeout, USC was able to get a service error out of Julia Kane. Out of this timeout, it's an ace from Taylor Anderson. That's just kind of how things are going right now for the Boilermakers. Up 4, 2 points away.
Want to also mention the USC Trojans have only lost 1 time ever in the state of Indiana. They are 6-0 versus the Purdue Boilermakers. The Boilers are seeking their first victory over the Trojans all time. 23-19. Badenhorst stuffed at the net from who else? Raven Colvin. Her 7th block of the matchup. And now the Boilermakers see set point in set number 3 and match point. Anderson to send it away. Chacoin keeps it up. Too much on that one is off the hands of the Boilermaker and out of play, 24-20.
14th kill of the night for Falmina.
Yeah, Danya Falmina's had an incredible evening. 14 kills, hitting 200 with 2 blocks. Sent away. Boilers keep it up. Colvin on the slide! And what a better way to end this one on senior night than out of the hands of